buying and selling cars, detailing transformations and DIY repairs. Join me and my family on our journey of building a business. Hit subscribe, leave us a like and join our adventure. Let's get into today's video. It's another week, it's another month, it's another episode. Let's get the housekeeping done nice and early, as quick as we can. I'm going to try not to bore you because I do talk too much. Today we're going to start with an epic transformation on a Lexus IS 250. It is so damaged, so many scratches, so many swirls. It's a black car that's grey, so you know that's going to be amazing. That's coming up in 1 minute. Now, last month we made £4,920 income. But I have £78 in my bank account after paying wages and all the bills that need to come out. So we need to make some money back. Now, I'm not complaining. I like a bit of work. But the issue we have is we swap time for money. Those £3,500 from the dealership is 28 jobs, 28 days basically, because it takes me 7 to 8 hours to clean a car properly. So we need to figure out a way to get back some time. Our cars, the Clio, fully up for sale. 117 views on Auto Trader last week, but no calls, no messages. I've reduced the price by £100. Hopefully that will help. The Clio that we bought with the red wheels that we painted to gunmetal grey, is for sale on Facebook, but not on Auto Trader because we only have £78 and it needs a windscreen, it needs an exhaust blow, it needs a steering knuckle potentially, it needs an MOT, needs a service, needs an aircon regas, and I can't afford it. So I need to crack on these first 2 weeks of the month, get dealership work done so I can get some money together to get that car fully prepped. Then when that one's done, I need to get to work again on dealership work, get some money together so that we can get the BMW sent off for an MOT. And in that time, I need to have another go at painting the bumper because if you've seen last week's video, completely messed that up. But the headlights look epic. I'm so glad I changed those lenses. In other news, we hit 1 million views on YouTube. So I'm a humble guy. I am so grateful that 1 million people watch my videos, and it makes me so proud. And if nothing else, it shows my daughters an example. And I believe that is, for me, my most important thing, is setting an example to the girls that if you put the work in, you get the work out, and 1 million views. So I really want to help grow even more. It just gives me a renewed energy. I've literally got all my hairs are standing on end when I think about getting to 15,000 subscribers, 2 million views. We can do this, and I need you to help me do that by liking, by commenting, by subscribing. And we've also released memberships now because my other half is going to have time. She's going to film behind the scenes content. I'm going to film more videos about me personally and my life and how I ended up where I'm at now and all the things I've been through. We're going to do things more in-depth videos. So our insurance renewal is up in October. So sorting that out. All the behind the scenes of how frustrating it is to get the best price on trade insurance. Trade plate renewal is going to be up in October as well. I've had that for a year in October, so applying for all of that. So all of these kind of more YouTube shorts, but trade insurance, trade plates, running the business, all this tax return is going to be due in October as well, and how much that was. That's all going to be in the membership area. So if you're interested in supporting us, I think we set it at $2.99 a month. And you're going to get access to all the behind the scenes, and that should be quite good. And she can just film that, upload it, and you'll get the real behind the scenes and more boring content. And I'm going to try and make these videos more of a production rather than me talking at you too much. So that's the idea. Whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong. So here's a funny clip of me teaching my daughter how to box this morning, because, you know, you got to teach them how to look after themselves. And then we're jumping in to this Lexus. Let's get to work. September. Let's see if we can finish this month the same as we did in August. Thanks for watching. Let's go. That's it, jab.
Too far away.
Yeah, push. Right, these ones, less power on this one. We're just focusing them up, and then we're going to take them out with the right. Ready? So push, 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 push. That's like Fury. Push, push. Now big hit. I want a knockout. See with that one. you got me. Now, I don't know how good those before and afters actually turned out. And there's a few reasons why. It had a bit of paintwork. It had BCA plates on it. And this was what I found under the floor mats. And it wouldn't come out. It was everywhere. So the car ended up taking longer to do the interior. So the exterior obviously had to spend less time on it. But also I took it to the showroom the next day and really did try to polish it back up. I went over the boot another 2 or 3 times, but it was so damaged. The clear coat was so damaged. So we definitely improved the car. It's a 7, I think he said 7.5 grand car. And it definitely looked that by the end of it. It was a lovely clean interior. Interior is perfect. Exterior, it needed more. It needed kind of like a real full day of each panel, slow, really digging out all the damage and polishing off the top layer of clear coat. But obviously that comes with a cost, and also that comes with a risk, because you don't know how much lacquer they put on the bits that they painted, so you could actually do more damage than it's worth. Sometimes a one step, enhance the gloss, make it nice, is all you can do with a car. So that's why that one was a little, it did annoy me, because I like to get perfection, but you can't always get it, and that is the truth. You cannot always get every single car. If it's had loads of paint, if it's been abused, if it's been parked under trees and the sap and they haven't washed it in ages, it just gets in the lacquer, and the only way to get it out is to do some real heavy cutting. It was smooth, it was glossy, but there were still some scratches and some swells that just, yeah, whether they were under the lacquer as well, because you have to think when they've painted it, if they haven't done an amazing job, and they hadn't on that car. So that was that. Bit disappointed that I couldn't do perfection, because we aimed for that, but that is realistic. And for £120, that car, I spent 10 hours on it at least, so happy. We're back to the day job. Now, we had an inquiry yesterday on the Clio with the black wheels, so we've emailed them back. Hopefully we can follow up with that. We are on to dealership work now. So this week I've got the Kia Ceed GT outside. Then I've got to just go and polish a car quickly, just one stage in the showroom for 60 quid. I'm going to aim to get both of those done today, to be honest, because Jess is here and she's going to help me. We've got a Seat Arosa for tomorrow, which will be Friday. Saturday, another one, hopefully. And then Sunday, I'm covering the showroom again, because the owner's got something he wants to do. So I'm in the showroom on Sunday. So that, by the end of this week, will be 660 back in. And then I'm going to use that money next week to book the windscreen and to get the Clio ready for its MOT. So next week's video, the Clio that had red wheels, now grey wheels, is getting sorted. That has to be sorted, up for sale properly and done, and on Auto Trader. And then obviously with those, we're currently at about 900 profit for the first week. So it will be the 7th by the time all this money gets put in. It will be 942. That will be the first week of September done, and £1,000 back in. £1,000 a week is not bad, but we also need to sell both of these cars, because if we can sell both of these cars, that will be like 3.5, 4 grand in dealership work, commissions and YouTube, and then maybe about £1,700 in 2 cars sold, meaning that we'll be over 5,000. Like last month we got 4,980, so if we can get that sort of numbers again, we'll be happy. That's what we're aiming for. So stay tuned for the next couple of videos to see if we can get anywhere near that 5,000. So for now, I'm just going to go and crack on and get this Kia Ceed done. It's nothing exciting, so I'll get it done, and I will see you the next time we're doing something interesting. So it's Sunday, and to be honest, this week has just been a bit of a frustrating week of trade work, doing mats whilst we wait for the time, because I don't want to go out too early on a Sunday morning and start hoovering and annoying people. Work, we got the Lexus done on Monday. That was Tuesday. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then hopefully 7. Which is not bad. It's one car every single day of the week. Some of them have been a bit of a headache, but this last one is the one that irritates me the most. So, have a look at this. This is the worst part about trade work, because one day you can have a Kia Picanto, a Mazda 2, a Fiesta, and you just fly through them 6 hours and you get paid £20 an hour. Then you get a car like that just has, you have to hoover on this side, have to hoover all of this side, you have to hoover all of this side. And I'm just going around, and obviously it was very, very bad. And I'm just having to go around and hoover and re-hoover and hoover again. And yeah, it's just taking me. Spent 4 or 5 hours last night. I was on it till about 8 o'clock. And then now we're starting again in about half an hour. Another at least 4 or 5 hours. I haven't even polished the car, I haven't washed the car yet. To get through the interior as much as I could. And just even like, yeah, it's like cleaning 2 or 3 cars, because you've got all of this bit is technically the boot, and then you get in to the back seats. So I didn't enjoy it, not at all, but those weeks happen, weeks where you just have to crack on. And at the end of this week now, we have got the money to sort the Clio out. We've also managed to get a job next week that is a scratch repair, so that is going to be quite good. I'll put it on the screen. I'm going to the dealership to drop this back this afternoon, and I'll get a video of it, and then I'll put it here. So that's that. And then hopefully later on there is a Dacia that is really bad, so hopefully we can find some footage. But content wise, just nothing this week. Another inquiry on the Clio with the grey wheels, so that was good, but needs an MOT, needs a windscreen. So those things will be sorted next week. So next week we're going to sort the Clio out. We're going to do this scratch repair, which will be a good challenge. It's been keyed. And yeah, just sort this paint out. What a bad job. It's all fun and games. It's all learning. So, a long day. Now about 4 o'clock. Has got a ton of scratches and swirls and damage that's visible just to the eye. So this is gonna need a lot of polishing and love. And the first step to getting this sorted out is gonna be washing it. I also think it's about to rain, so these are some lovely ones. Get it a wash, get it dried off, and we'll see how much of this car we can get done in this video before I need to post it and goes live. Let's get to work. And that is it for another week. So I've done as much as I can do today. It is a Sunday. It needs a lot more polishing and love, but that's like a Monday problem to me. So I will see you next week at 6:30. We've got the scratch repair. We're gonna start getting the Clio sorted. Loads to do, as always. This week was just a working week, but so the week's gone. So I'll see you next week at 6:30, and hopefully some exciting content.